Last week on Pelican's Ultimate Match Fishing, Jacob Wheeler took the first step toward a three-peat by easily overcoming Ottofo's home state advantage. This week, longtime pro Dave Lefebre clashes with the prodigy, young Elite Series star Brandon Palahniuk. Get set. Pelican's Ultimate Match Fishing begins right now.
I'm shaking back here.
From Blue Water Lodge on the shores of Lake Chickamauga in Dayton, Tennessee, I'm Joe Thomas, along with Fish Fishburne, and this is Pelican's Ultimate Match Fishing. Now today, Fish, the match might be interesting because we've got a big storm coming in, but the storm brewing really is two of the best anglers in the country. We've got FLW superstar Dave Lefebre going against Brandon Palahniuk, rising star on the Elite Series. It's going to be good, man.
It is, Joe, and let's look at these guys for a second. You know, you got a Pennsylvania angler. Do you think of bass when you think of Pennsylvania? I think of smallmouth, but not a lot of bigmouth. They're up there, though. It's a sleeper. And this guy's been on the tour of the FLW, and he is catching lots of fish across the country. He's won over $2.3 million. I like this guy today. But Brandon, on the other hand, another sleeper state, Idaho. What?
It's the battle of the Yankees.
No question.
Yeah.
A lot of bass out there. This kid's on fire. He's been on the Elite Series for 6 years. He's won about $500,000. He's a rising superstar, 29 years old. He's my pick today.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to strategy, as it always does. I'm looking forward to this, and right now, we're gonna take it to Mark Randolph for the coin toss.
Dave, Brandon, welcome to Ultimate Match Fishing. Who's gonna call it?
I'll call.
Call it in here.
Tails.
It is heads. Dave?
2 and 4.
2 and 4, 1 and 3. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, man. Thanks.
So there you have it. Brandon Palahniuk will be in control of the boat in the first quarter. Let's take it to the lake.
Good luck, brother. Good luck, man. How do you pronounce his name again? He's from Idaho, so. I usually don't try to get in people's heads too often. Dave, from what I hear, it's not too hard to get in his head, so I might not even do it on purpose and get inside of his head. He's got a nickname that's something like the Prodigy, maybe, you know, so I'll put my hat down a little bit. That makes me meaner.
All right, Brandon, it's gonna start on your first cast. Good luck, guys.
Here we go. You ready? Should I catch one on my first cast? Yes. Get it over with.
Well, the first quarter's now underway, and Brandon Palahniuk's in control of the boat. He used about 60 seconds of his free run time. He literally went to the mouth of Richland Creek. He's fishing where it intersects the Tennessee River, and he's throwing a jerk bait. He's actually got the boat facing into the current, and he's making long casts. And I'm guessing there's probably some type of a bar sticking out here he's focusing on.
Oh, you got Dave nervous, though. I'm shaking back here. It's just because of Randolph. We have a history.
There we go. Oh, my gosh.
I don't know what that was, but it just broke it off.
Fish him on back of the boat.
That's a good one, too. That's not good.
Dave Lefebre was actually able to reach the far point. Looks like he might have one of those good fish that Brandon was talking about.
That's not good. Yeah, that's a big one.
So many times fish out of the back of the boat are key.
Oh, man, come on, stay down, buddy.
Really.
How big is it, Dave?
Fish.
It's not huge. But he's trying to jump. It's a good one. What do you mean it's not huge? Oh, it's on a jig, too. It's not even going to come off.
Well, that's a good fish.
That's going to hurt.
That's a really good fish for Dave Lefebre. Out of the back of the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, what a way to get on the board from the back of the boat.
That fish blew up a minute ago. I was probably over 30 feet of water just swimming that jig up there in about 5 feet. Ate it. It's weird because that was my second cast. The first cast, he didn't hit it. Air high five. I can't come back there. They won't let me.
Brandon Palahniuk burned quite a bit of time on this one spot. I know he feels confidence in it, but you watch, he's changing lures and he's trying to get confident in something, and he can't get a bite. You know, this is ultimate match fishing. You've got an hour and a half. Now, Dave Lefebvre's played the game. He gets it, but I'm not so sure Brandon does, because this time will milk away from you. An hour can go by just like that.
Again? Little one.
Fish on back of the boat.
Might have to put a jig
Looks
on
like
it.
Dave Lefebre has another one on that jig.
Skinny long, though. He'll keep.
That fish is a skinny one, but I think it's gonna keep.
You just keep catching fish back there.
Look at that. A 13-ounce, 15-inch fish.
That's number 2 for Dave Lefebre from the back of the boat. That's big right now.
It hurts, but it lets me know they're here. So it's not all bad. We still got lots and lots of time, so it's not all bad.
Fish on back of the boat.
How big is it, Dave? It's not huge.
So many times fish out of the back of the boat are key.
What do you mean it's not huge? It hurts, but it's not all bad.
Fish on back of the boat.
Again.
Little one.
Stings a little bit. High five. We still got lots and lots of time, so it's not all bad.
I don't think there's a tournament format out there where strategy is as important as it is in Pelican's Ultimate Match Fishing. And there's nobody that understands the game any better than Andy Morgan. So right now I want to toss it over to Andy to find out how he would strategize when it comes to this lake. Andy?
Well, Joe, playing strategy on ultimate match fishing is the game. That's really what you have to do. You have to pick a way to catch fish and defend the fish that you're catching. You got to kind of keep that guy out of them. Sometimes you may not fish with a fish exactly, or you have to fish somebody fish that you can defend, such as a bluff wall, pitching ahead of the boat on some kind of break.
It's number 3.
Fish on front of the boat.
Uh-oh.
That one sounds like a little better fish.
No.
Gotta be 15 to keep. Taking his time with it. Brandon Palahniuk is on the board with his first keeper of the match.
Boat.
You know, I was really just trying to figure out what the fish were doing, how I was gonna get bit. I just wanted to keep myself within the hunt.
Hey, Brandon, that skip underneath that tree back there was over the line.
Gosh, dang. I'm willing to let that one slide. It was so pretty.
Uh-oh, first whistle of the match. Palahniuk turned around to make a pitch cast, slid it up in the tree. You're not gonna get that by Mark Randolph, man. He's on top of the game.
We're down to 20 minutes remaining in this first quarter, and Brandon Palahniuk's on the move. I've never seen such a slow pace from a guy that's not catching any fish. I don't understand it. Maybe he has a strategy, but I'm not seeing it yet. Sorry, Brandon.
I gotta try to learn something so I can figure out what I'm gonna do in third period.
I think Dave, having some experience in ultimate match fishing, might have given him a slight advantage. I think just doing it before you're more comfortable with, you know, boat positioning, how things are gonna go, and how you need to manage your time.
Fish on.
Dang. It's a fast one. It might be a good one. Oh, yeah.
Getting smoked out of the back.
Oh, it's a good fish. This could be number 3 from the back of the boat for Dave Lefebre.
That's a big one.
It's a great fish.
I hope you don't lose him, Dave.
Really taking his time with it. Oh, no!
You'll have that.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
I said I hope you don't lose it, Dave.
That wasn't very nice.
That's the end of the period.
That was a really good first quarter of action for Dave Lefebre from the back of the boat. He actually caught 2 good fish, but I kind of think the one that's gonna haunt him is that 3.5 to 4 pounder that got off right at the boat.
Well, remember when I said I was shaking earlier? Now I'm shaking about twice as much.
All right, Dave, gonna start when you put her in gear, bud.
Nothing's safe. I got lucky and caught a couple. That's good, but doesn't make me feel much better.
Well, Dave cranks up and runs to the same spot at the mouth of Richland Creek where Brandon started. What's this all about? I'll tell you what it is. He thinks he can catch some of these fish on that jig because he didn't have control of the boat. He couldn't position his cast exactly where he wanted them and knew that Brandon was supposedly fishing the most productive spots. We'll find out if it pays off for Dave.
Brandon, he got you on the boat turn.
Sorry, bud.
He says sorry, he doesn't mean it.
You're not mad, are you?
You did it on purpose.
Little strategy involved. Dave's played this game, and he knows how it's played. Fish on in front of the boat. Didn't take long. Another keeper in the boat for Dave Lefebre. That is number 3.
He smoked it too, like you're supposed to.
I just wanted in the second quarter. I wanted to go back out there. We got some bites not fishing the right stuff with him in the first quarter, so I knew if I got to the cast that I wanted to make, that I would catch some. And I found out right off the bat that it was going to be a one fish here, one fish there type of deal, because that place where I caught that first one is one of those places it should be every cast. You know, it should be lights out. Once it didn't fire up on that spot, I just started running from one to the next and just tried to fill my limit.
Fish on front of the boat.
Oh yeah, that's a big
It's a good one. It's a big bass for Dave Lefebre.